Hey folks, hope you're doing well today. Say I've got my snowblower here, and I kind of lost my drive. It wouldn't go. I had to make all kinds of adjustments, and the reason being is this friction disc here. This is my old one. As you can see, it's got some, I don't know if that'll show up, some cracks right there, and it's flat. This is a newer one here. You can see the difference. Not much difference in diameter, about a 32nd, but I got this off Amazon for about 30 bucks. So anyways, I'm going to replace this friction disc, and the reason why I'm doing a video is that I had trouble finding a video on replacing a friction disc in an old snowblower that was comprehensive. So I'm going to go step by step on how to install this unit here. This is the drive for the friction disc. This has to go in pretty much complete, and it's a pain in the butt. So anyways, we're going to go over that step by step. So let's get on with it. All right. Did want to mention quick some of the tools that I'll be using. And this is specific to my snowblower, which is about a 20-year-old Murray Snowking 8 horsepower. Gloves, paper towels, some sort of degreaser. I'm using brake clean. A long screwdriver, possibly a hook tool, possibly some needle nose. For my application, I'm using a 3/8 gear wrench, a 7/16 gear wrench, and a 1/2 inch gear wrench. So, and some grease. I'm going to grease everything while I'm down here. So, yeah, I got grease on my fingers. And a brush. A brush doesn't hurt either. Little paintbrush. So, that's that. Okay, so we got to get this assembly in there pretty much intact, but we don't have to have it all together to start with. I'm going to take this bearing off, and I'm going to take the friction disc off, and I'm going to take this bearing off. Now what we have to do is, there's a washer on there. There's a washer on there too. I'm going to take off. This cog right here has to go up underneath this chain, and we can't do it with the bearing in. And I'm also, like I said, I'm going to leave the friction disc off. So best way to do it, I know my hands are going to be all up in the way here, is feed that cog in. This is step number 1. Step number 2, we need to get a bearing in there. And I'm just going to twist this back a bit, I think. Get that shaft started in that bearing. There it goes. Get that in there. Okay. I pretty much have it on the wheel, I believe. I believe. Or on the cog. It's not fully in the bearing yet. I can't really see. No, it's not in the bearing yet. This is a self-aligning bearing. So there it goes. Okay, so there we go. That's step 1. Get that sucker in there. Step number 2, we need to get the friction disc on, not tightened up, but started. And we'll have to pull this out. Oh, man. Get out of here. Pull this out. Put that on. Okay. Now, mine has a washer right here, so I'm going to put that washer on there. And I'm going to put this bearing on here. And now, should be able to start sliding it in place. Here's kind of the tricky part a little bit. I'm going to get my bearing mounts are on the outside here. And so I have to line up one. I'm just going to line up one hole for now. I know you can't see it, and I apologize. There's a hole right there. Can we see that? Right there and there. So I just put in one bolt loosely. And I'm going to get this other side in there loosely. And I need to look on the outside. I'm going to push this up. And I need to line up this hole with that hole. Like so. Hopefully get the bolt started, which it's not. Where is it? I can't see. key at? Is that the right hole? Oh, it's the wrong hole. No wonder. Okay. Get that one started. Just loosely for now. Is it even going in there? I think so. Yes, it is. Okay. Wipe the old hands off. Okay, now there's two washers. I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to pull this over. There's two washers here. One goes on the bottom here, and one goes on the top. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to twist this, whatever it's called, I don't even know. And I'm going to put the bearing on the washer on that, twist that over, and turn this. Actually, I got to get it. Wait a minute. I'm going to turn this all the way back, and then I'm going to start that on there, I believe. Actually, this is where I've got to loosen this other outer bearing mount. Okay. I know my hands are all the way up in their business here. Twist that around. Okay, there we go. There's one. Now I'm going to twist this down. I'm going to put that washer on top. Nope. I'm going to drop it so that I can't get it on top. Pull that out a little bit. Feed it into that slot. Okay. There we go. Now I need to get this other bearing in. I got to get the friction disc out of the way. I'm going to just start the bearing, the bolt for the bearing again. Okay, I know you can't see that, and I apologize. Now we got, the one thing I did too was when my other friction disc was so worn, I didn't have any adjustment for this shaft, so I ground down the threads so that when it hits the outside of the frame, I had some adjustment, but that's just me. Okay, let's start this other bolt here. On the outside, that doesn't want to go, it's too tight or whatever. Start this one. See if I can't line that up. Find the hole. I think that's it there. Nope. Feels like it's cross-threading, but I'm not sure. No, it shouldn't be. There it goes. Just tight. Okay, I'm going to take my 1/2-inch wrench. Actually, no, I'm going to put this... I should be able to spin this so we can get our bolt started on the friction wheel. I'm going to get one started right there. Nuts and bolts. There it goes. I just dropped the nut. Goody for me. I'll get out of there. That is up. This is tight, isn't it? That's where maybe some needle nose might come in handy. There we go. Let's try and start this one. Uh-oh. This is a fumbly job for sure. Let's see if I can't get some better light in there. But my hands are going to be all up in the way, so does it matter? I don't know. Just gonna lightly snug that up. The brake clean is going to come in because we don't want any grease on this friction wheel, otherwise it won't work very well. And I'm going to turn this shaft to the next bolt location, which is right here. Get a nut. And I'm going to turn the shaft again. So there's 3 nuts on here. There's another one. 3 bolts, I mean. Last one. Okay, get my 7/16. I need to get a socket on the back there. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but next one. Let's see if I can't get a socket on there. Okay, let's see if a 7/16 deep well fits in there, and it does. Good. Let's tighten that down. Oh, no. Let's tighten it down. Oh, got it the wrong way. Dang it. Do I even have it on the nut? Should. Okay, that one's tight. That one's tight. That one's tight. Let's just make sure the last one I tightened. Just to be sure. Yep, that one's tight. Okay. Okay, one of the last things I want to do is to grease this cog up here. I'm just using this paintbrush. I've already greased up the chains. I'm just going to dab some grease on that cog. I'm going to turn the shaft, grease it. It's probably the first time this thing's been lubed in 20 years. And we'll just kind of, that's probably good there. Run that through. I can spin the wheels, and you should be able to see that spin. I should probably grease this gear, or this sprocket back here as well a little bit. I'll just grease it as it goes. I'm just spinning the wheel a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put a little grease on this shaft here. Not a lot. I don't want it dripping on this disc here, so but we'll be able to get all sides with that. And then I'm going to go up and shift the gears, the speeds I mean, so I can get access to the rest of that shaft. So right now I am in position 1. That's speed 1. So there should be speed 6. That wheel should have moved, the friction wheel, and it did. Good. Now I can kind of grease that up a little bit. And that should allow this to move really smoothly and give it some protection. I'm going to shift it in reverse. Reverse 2. I have two reverse speeds. I've got very slow and slow. Turn the wheel a bit. Okay, and I'm just going to run that across there a few times. I'm up here at the controls. I'll leave it in 6. Speed 6. And ow. Okay. That looks good, but I need to get the grease off this wheel and this disc. Just using some brake cleaner. And I'll have to get that side, then I'll shift the speeds again and get the other side. That's in 6. I'll go to reverse 2. And get the other side of the wheel. The disc, whatever you call it. More brake cleaner. And let's get this friction wheel while we're at it. I'm just spinning the tires and getting any grease off of this friction disc that might be there. That should be good. Look at all that I got off of there. Let me do that again just to make sure she's clean. Hope this brake cleaner doesn't affect this rubber. It shouldn't, but it might. You never know. That should be good. Yeah, see all the stuff, grime I got off of there? Okay. Okay, folks, that's it. I hope this was helpful and informative. I still need to do some testing. I got to put the belly pan on and figure out what to do with this cable, because I'll need to, I'm sure, readjust. My cable broke years ago, and for this old snowblower, there are no parts available for like a cable like this. They just aren't. So anyways, this is a little bit different content for me. I normally do motorcycle stuff. This is motorcycle maintenance season here in Minnesota. It's winter. It's about, I don't know, 10 degrees, whatever. But anyways, I might be doing more stuff like this because, you know, I couldn't find anything I liked on the internet or on the YouTube. So we will see you next time in the next breakdown. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Adios. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if this was something you're interested in or you just want to watch more of my crazy content. All right. Adios. Frostbite out. Friction wheel. Friction wheel. We got to fix the friction wheel. Yes.